car crash can happen before your brain understands what went wrong. 1 second, the road is normal. The next, glass is breaking and metal is folding around you. These are the 6 critical moves that can keep a survivable crash from becoming something worse. Seatbelt. The first critical move happens before the crash begins. Imagine a car hitting a guardrail at 50 miles per hour. The vehicle stops, but an unbelted passenger does not. Their body keeps moving toward the dashboard, windshield, or even outside the vehicle, while the seatbelt keeps a restrained passenger inside the space designed to protect them. The common mistake is believing the airbag will catch you, but airbags are built to work with a seatbelt, not replace one. Keep the lap belt low across your hips and the shoulder belt across your chest, because placing it under your arm or behind your back can concentrate the impact on weaker parts of the body. Buckling up takes seconds, but once the collision begins, there is no time to correct that decision. And even with the belt holding you in place, your body still has to survive the instant of impact. Brace. If you see the collision coming and cannot avoid it, use the final second to put your body in the position the safety systems were designed to protect. Stay upright, press your back into the seat, and keep your head close to the head restraint instead of leaning forward or twisting toward the impact. Keep your arms slightly bent, because locking them straight against the steering wheel can send the force through your wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Imagine another vehicle crossing the road in front of you. There is no time to escape, but there is still time to stop your body from being caught out of position. The common mistake is ducking forward, covering your face, or turning sideways, which leaves the neck and body with more space to be thrown. Bracing will not remove the impact, but it can help the seatbelt, seat, head restraint, and airbag manage it the way they were designed to. Then the noise stops, the airbags hang in the cabin, and your first instinct may be to open the door. But surviving the impact does not mean the danger outside the car is over. Don't exit. The crash is over, but opening the door immediately can place you in the path of a second collision. Imagine your car stops sideways on a dark highway while other drivers are still approaching at full speed. Inside the vehicle, the seatbelt and metal frame still give you some protection, but outside, you may be standing where drivers cannot see you until it is too late. The common mistake is stepping out just to inspect the damage, even when traffic is still moving around the wreck. First, check yourself and your passengers for injuries, turn on the hazard lights if you can, and look for immediate danger such as fire, rising water, or heavy smoke. If the vehicle is stable and leaving would put you directly into traffic, staying inside with the belt fastened may be safer until help arrives. Preventing secondary crashes and protecting people at the scene are central parts of post-crash safety. But if the car is burning, filling with smoke, sinking, or sitting somewhere it could be struck again, remaining inside can become the greater danger. The important move is not simply staying or leaving. It is recognizing when the vehicle is still protecting you, and when it has started becoming the trap. And if you do need to get out, stopping beside the car is not far enough. Move away. If the vehicle is burning, filling with smoke, leaking fuel, or sitting where another car could hit it, getting out is only the first part of the escape. Imagine climbing through the door after a highway crash and stopping beside the wreck to catch your breath. You are outside the car, but you are still standing next to twisted metal, broken glass, moving traffic, and a vehicle that may catch fire without warning. The common mistake is treating the shoulder of the road like a safe zone, even though one distracted driver can turn the original crash into a second impact. If you can move without crossing active traffic, get behind a guardrail, concrete barrier, or another solid area away from the vehicle and roadway. Take passengers with you if they can move safely, but do not drag someone with a possible neck or spinal injury unless fire, smoke, water, or traffic creates an immediate threat. Distance matters because secondary crashes can happen while everyone is focused on the first one, and the damaged vehicle may still be unstable. Do not stand between two vehicles, behind the wreck, or anywhere an approaching car could push it toward you. Once you reach a safer position, keep the crash in sight without moving back toward it. Now you are away from the immediate danger, but emergency responders still need to know exactly where to find you. Preventing secondary collisions and creating a safer crash scene are key parts of post-crash survival. Call 911. Once you are away from immediate danger, call 911 as quickly as possible, because every minute before help is dispatched can matter. Give the location first, especially if the crash happened on a highway, rural road, bridge, or unfamiliar area where finding you may be difficult. Look for exit numbers, mile markers, street signs, nearby businesses, or anything else that can guide responders to the scene. Then explain how many vehicles are involved, whether anyone is trapped or badly injured, and whether there is fire, smoke, leaking fuel, or traffic still moving around the wreck. The common mistake is trying to tell the entire story before giving the location. A dispatcher can send help while gathering the rest of the details, but only if they know where the crash happened. Imagine someone inside the vehicle losing consciousness while the caller is still describing who caused the collision. The most useful information is not blame, it is location, injuries, hazards, and how many people need help. Stay on the line, follow the dispatcher's instructions, and do not return to the vehicle unless they tell you it is safe. The call brings police, firefighters, and medical care toward the crash, but until they arrive, one final danger can still control every decision you make: panic. Stay calm. After the crash, your body may be shaking, your hearing may feel muffled, and every decision may seem more urgent than it really is. Imagine standing behind a barrier while someone in the vehicle is injured and emergency lights are still nowhere in sight. Panic may tell you to run back, move the injured person, argue with another driver, or make a decision before you understand the danger. The common mistake is confusing fast action with useful action. Take one controlled breath, look for traffic, fire, smoke, and injuries, then focus on one necessary step at a time. Speak clearly to the dispatcher, keep other survivors together, and do not move someone who may have a serious neck or back injury unless remaining there creates an immediate threat. Staying calm does not mean feeling fearless. It means keeping fear from choosing your next move. A crash can happen in seconds, but the danger afterward can continue for minutes, and one panicked decision can create an injury that the original impact did not. Survival begins with the seatbelt, but it depends on keeping control until trained help finally reaches you. The crash may be over, but your body does not immediately understand that the danger has stopped. You may be standing behind a barrier, watching smoke rise from the road, hearing distant sirens, and trying to remember how something so violent happened in only a few seconds. This is the moment when people often lower their guard too early. They walk back toward the vehicle, remove their seatbelt while traffic is still moving, ignore an injury because the pain has not fully arrived, or make a sudden decision while their mind is still processing the impact. But surviving a car crash is not one heroic action. It is a sequence of controlled decisions, each one protecting you from a different stage of the accident. The seatbelt keeps you inside the survival space before the impact. Bracing puts your body in a better position when the collision becomes unavoidable. Staying inside can protect you from traffic, but leaving becomes necessary when fire, smoke, water, or another collision creates a greater danger. Moving behind a solid barrier separates you from the wreck and the vehicle still approaching it. Calling 911 brings trained help toward the scene, while staying calm keeps fear from undoing every correct choice you already made. And even when you feel fine, pay attention to worsening pain, confusion, repeated vomiting, unusual weakness, or increasing drowsiness, because some serious warning signs may become clearer after the immediate chaos has passed. A car crash can happen in seconds, but surviving it means staying alert until the road is secure, the injured are being treated, and trained responders have taken control. If this video helped you understand what to do, leave a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who drives every day. Then comment which critical move you think would be the hardest to remember immediately after an impact.